guys, I'm Jose Garcia.
I'm Nathan Els.
And you're watching The Slate. Joining us today is our special guest, Tobiah Powell.
Hello.
Welcome, Tobiah.
Welcome.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I started in 2020 during lockdown for COVID. I brought together a few friends and we put together a film for us all to kind of get our experience. And when I did that, I just fell in love with making movies. And so I'm like, I have to keep doing this. And so that's what got me to kind of get into transition into filmmaking.
Was that Fettered? Was that?
Yeah, Fettered. That's my first feature film.
Okay, and that's your first film. Period.
Yeah, for what I've made. I mean, apart from me and my brothers as kids making short films and stuff.
Yeah.
It's always been part of my life, and I started with acting in the film industry. I started in 2018. That's when I started, and I moved to Albuquerque to that's where I started pursuing the film industry, and acting was what my main focus was when I moved there. And I really got to learn all about just how production goes, what it's like being on set, and I did some background acting so I can really see like what a big production looks like versus like the independent stuff that I was doing, and to just kind of get that variety of how the film industry worked. And so I learned everything through that, and that kind of pushed me into having enough knowledge to make my own production.
So was Fettered shot in New Mexico?
Yeah, that's shot in Albuquerque. I was working at a landscaping company at the time, and he had a lot, and he was only using like a quarter of it. So I was like, hey, can I shoot a movie over in that corner? And he's like, go for it. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
So I built my own set there, and the whole movie takes place in one location. So it's like one of those movies, the 2-actor in one room kind of movie. And
so in that cage, in that cell there.
So the whole movie takes place in that, and based off the trailer, you can't tell, but it's shot. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie 1917 or Birdman.
Yeah.
How it's kind of all shot. It's like
So it's a one take.
Yeah, a one take film. Wow. So we took that filming style and applied it to our movie.
All right, cool.
That's cool.
That's
That's pretty dope.
And a feature, man.
That's
ambitious.
Yeah, I wanted to go big for my first one.
Nice.
Yeah, and I saw you got some recognition for it. You did it at the New York Film
Festival. So it was the New York Liftoff. So they take in they're like the lower New York Film Festival that takes in the low budget independent stuff.
Right.
And so I got into there, and a couple others that we were nominated for some awards.
So that was 2021 or 2020?
That was 2020 that we filmed. We finished in 2021. That's when the film was complete, and that's when we started submitting to film festivals and stuff like that.
Okay. Because I saw 3 films in particular on your IMDb. So after Fettered, what was the next project you worked on?
So the next one was Stanton, and that's the one that I shot here in Nebraska. And the reason I did it taking place in Nebraska is my parents own it now, but it's a family farm in Stanton.
Oh, okay.
And it's been in the family for over 100 years, and it's a beautiful area, beautiful farm. It's not used, like nobody lives there, but it's been taken care of so that it hasn't like just gone away. Right. But so I was like, well, that's just a perfect movie set. It's perfect. So wrote the movie kind of around starting with the farm. I'm like, okay, we need to have it on the farm. I was like, kind of think of where I should go with this, and then I don't know if you saw Nicolas Cage's movie Pig. It's pretty recent.
I've heard of it.
It's a great movie. I highly recommend it. And but it's about Nicolas Cage. He's kind of alone in like a shack, and just through the movie he kind of goes on this adventure, and so that's kind of got my inspiration. I was like, okay, I need to have an old guy on this farm. So yeah, I wrote the script, and I'm like, okay, I'm married, and so I was like, okay, babe, we gotta go to Nebraska. She's like, she
How'd that
wasn't,
go?
so, yeah, she wasn't super on board at first. Took her some convincing. She read the script, she really liked it, and eventually she's like, okay, we can do this, but only for a couple months.
Right.
And then we came over here. We got the movie filmed. When I got over here and when I got over to Stanton, we stayed at the farm. That's where we were living while we were filming.
Okay.
And so while we were there, we are getting to know the locals. I reached out to like the community college that's in Norfolk, which is like
Okay.
30 minutes away, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I got to know some of the locals and found my crew, found my actors, and so we got it filmed, and took quite a bit, but we got it done. And then after that, me and my wife were kind of deciding, well, we really liked it here. We enjoyed, being able to make a movie here, and we love the scenery. We love the people over here, so we talked about it and decided to make a move over here. And we're city people, so we're like, well, we're not gonna stay in this small town.
Right.
Omaha's a couple hours away, so let's look at Omaha, and
Yeah.
we made our move over to Omaha. And
Wow.
So
Okay.
so now
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, so Stanton, was that your last project, your latest project?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're editing it right now. It should be done editing. We're hoping to have the final edit maybe in a month or so.
Okay.
And then we'll move into just color grading and getting the score done for it.
Nice.
So
Okay.
looking at maybe 2-3 months before we can start submitting that one to film.
Nice.
And how big of a project was it?
We hired, most of that was because of, my goal for that one was to hire someone with a name. I didn't want to just have, there's nothing wrong with having like no names in your movies.
Sure,
like,
right.
And so we hired, she's a rapper named Wande.
Okay.
She has a pretty big following, and she hadn't been in the film industry at all.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's a new thing for her.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was new for her, and she did an amazing job. She totally killed it, and we're excited to have her a part of the project so that we can get people to come and see it when it's done.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And for festivals, that should help with the
Yeah,
distribution deal
absolutely.
and finding the market and the audience
Yeah,
for that. Yeah,
absolutely.
that's smart. Yeah. How'd you go about connecting with her and
Right.
getting her?
So that was a long process of, because I didn't have anyone specific. I'm like, I don't like, there's not like this one person, like, this is who I want. Because I knew that being such a small budget and such a small production, a lot of people aren't going to want to just jump on board for that. So it's going to have to be someone that's really, really wanting to expand their brand and expand their name. And so I started, I used IMDb Pro, which is an amazing tool for indie filmmakers where you can get every actor's agent info. And so I had to have contacted over 100 different people, like, easily.
I imagine.
And so after a long process, man, we only had her like maybe a month before production started.
Oh, wow.
And
Right. So you
I
contacted her agent? Probably, went that
So
way?
I contacted her agent,
Okay.
and they're like, yeah, we would love to read the script. So I sent over the script, and she's like, yeah, she really likes it, and she's on board. I'm like, wow, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what logistics? I mean, you bring her. Where's she from originally?
So she lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're bringing her to Stanton, Nebraska, to a
Yeah,
farm.
yeah.
So does she stay on the farm with you? Do you have to provide?
No, so she was there we did all of her scenes in 2 days.
Oh,
which
okay.
we really
Okay.
crammed it. So I guess she was here for 4. She flew in. We did we took some shots for our poster, and then we filmed for 2 days, and then on the last day, because there's a song that she sings in the movie.
Ooh, yeah,
So,
cool, absolutely.
Yeah, I had to take advantage of.
Yeah.
having
Oh,
her
yeah. I was
there.
gonna
So,
say, absolutely.
So took advantage of that, and she recorded on the day that she was flying out, and so we had her fly into Omaha. Went to pick her up, and we had we drove her over to she stayed in Norfolk, and we got her a hotel there and all that.
Gotcha. Wow, man. I mean, in terms of directing and writing, relatively short career. Yeah. But a couple of big, ambitious projects.
Yeah.
I mean, that's with Stanton. Was that self-funded? Did you use crowdfunding? How'd you fund that?
It was
film?
self-funded.
Okay.
We got a little bit of money from Fettered that we put straight over into the other movie, but it was all out of pocket.
Yeah.
Produced by me and funded.
For small independent projects who are also as ambitious, especially with getting big names or relatively known names into their crew, the logistics of that. When the rapper came down from Omaha to Stanton, or from Atlanta to Omaha, is it just her, or is like her whole entourage there?
She had her agent with her.
Her agent with her.
Her
Gotcha.
agent with her. Yeah.
Okay.
And are there like legal logistics for some of that stuff? So like I know for like SAG actors, like you have to have like
right.
There's like
so luckily for her, since she's a rapper and she had no experience in the film industry, she wasn't SAG, she wasn't a union, so there was no issues with that, and so we were able to keep our film non-union.
Right.
Wow, yeah.
If we had gotten an actor that was union, I know that SAG allows, I'm pretty sure this is fairly recent, that they allow their actors to be in non-union stuff. They just have to sign like a waiver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Nice. That's a nice little caveat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely helps.
Yeah. It's a big thing for all the indie filmmakers
to
be
absolutely.
able to, if they had the opportunity to have a SAG actor. And I know a lot of actors, a big issue for a lot of actors when I was in Albuquerque that did have to sign on for SAG. They would sign on and then they couldn't get any more indie projects because nobody wanted to go through the paperwork or anything like that.
Yeah.
But now with an easy just signing of a paper, they can do it as long as if the director's willing to just get that paper printed.
That's a good option for them for sure, because that's money that they would normally be cut out of.
For sure.
Yeah, nice. So do you have to work? Is it like you guys negotiate a rate, you pay her the rate, and that's it? She's done, or does she get a piece of the project? Is there anything going forward? Both.
So we are to all that whole list of 100 whatever actors and musicians that I contacted, I sent each one an offer letter, just saying what I can give them.
Right.
And so for Wande, we gave her a flat rate of what we can offer her up front, and then she will receive a chunk of the earnings of the film stand.
Yeah. So and that kind of that would obviously make it even more enticing for a SAG actor. Or SAGgy or something like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for spending
so
some
much.
time. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, nice.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Obviously, we want to thank Tobiah, our guest today. This is fantastic, and we appreciate all of you watching the channel and watching the show. Obviously, without an audience, we'd still sit here and talk about film, right? But it'd just be us sitting here talking about film, so which we do anyway. So, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like our content, comment on our content, share it with people, engage with us. Let us know things you want to see, things that you think that we're doing well, ideas you have, whatever it is. We really value the engagement. So until next time, thanks, and we appreciate your time and your attention. Take care, everybody.
To donate, scan the QR code and give what you can. We greatly appreciate your support.